Hey everyone, welcome back to iCube Tutorials in this module of Interest Part 3. In this, we'll be learning about installments under simple interest, installments under compound interest, and assured returns. So it is very important that you are thorough with simple interest and compound interest. If you're not thorough, link is there in the description for both the concepts. Please go and visit them, watch them, understand and come back. So if you are thorough with these topics, let's continue. So we'll start with this very basic question on installments, and it doesn't involve any, you don't need to know. If you know simple interest, compound interest, you can solve this one. So first question is, a man borrows rupees 5,000 at 10% on reducing balance. Reducing balance means this interest will be charged on the reduced balance. So basically compound interest at the start of the year. So at the start of the year, you borrow 5,000 rupees from a bank at 10% per annum interest. If he repays rupees 1100 at the end of each year, find the amount of loan outstanding in rupees at the beginning of the third year. So he repays 1100 after 1 year, again he repays 1100 after again one more year. So for at the end of 2 years, you will have repaid 1100 two times. So what is the amount of loan outstanding at the beginning of the third year? That is after the end of 2 years or at the beginning of the third year. Both are same. So here your principal is rupees 5,000. In that, the bank charges you 10% per annum. So 10% means, again you know that capital R is 1 plus R by 100, that is 10% means multiplying factor. 10% means 1.1. You increase anything by 10% means you multiply it with 1.1. So let amount of loan outstanding after 2 years be A. So A be the amount of loan outstanding after 2 years. This is what you need to find out. This A. You have borrowed this much at 10% per annum. So it is a simple, very simple equation. On first year, there will be 1.1 into 5,000. That means 11 by 10 into 5,000. This will be after first year. This will be the amount. From that you have repaid 1100. So minus 1100. On that amount, second year interest will be charged. Finally, the equation will look like this. Try to understand. On first, after 1 year, 5,000 into 11 by 10 interest charged minus 1100. You paid the first year payment. On this reduced balance, again second year interest will be charged 11 by 10. To this, again you paid second year payment. So this is the left out amount after 2 years. That is at the end of second year or beginning of the third year. This is the amount which you need to calculate. So it's pretty simple equation. So 5,000 into 11 by 10. 5,000 by 10 is 500. 500 into 11 is 5,500. 5,500 minus 1100 will give you 4,400. This 5,500 minus 1100 is 4,400 into 11 by 10. Again, this is 440 into 11. 44 into 11 is 484. So 440 into 11 will be 4,840 minus 1100. This will be 3,740. So this is the amount outstanding after 2 years or at the beginning of the third year. So your answer will be option B, 3,740. Pretty simple. This is everything is there in this equation. After 1 year, 11 by 10, you repaid 1100 as installment. Again 11 by 10, again you repaid equal installment of 1100. This is the amount outstanding. Okay. Now let's try to understand what is this equal installments in simple interest, what is equal installments in compound interest. Installment is something which you pay at the end of every equal time periods. Maybe you may pay it monthly, you may pay it yearly. So after every 1 year what you pay, or after every 1 month what you pay. So equal installments under simple interest. Let's solve first this basic question. Johnson took a loan of rupees 18,000 to be repaid in 3 equal installments in 3 years at 20% per annum simple interest. Find the amount of each installment to be paid. So how much is the loan amount? 18,000 is the loan amount. You will pay it in 3 equal installments in 3 years at 20% per annum. So will you pay 6,000, 18,000 by 6,000 per year? So 6,000 into 3 is 18,000. No, you will not do that. The bank will obviously charge you some interest on this. You need to add that interest and again pay it. Okay. So this your loan amount is how much? P equal to rupees 18,000. Rate is 20% means 1 by 5. So the value of this loan amount after 3 years in simple interest will be, means if you do not pay installment, you pay directly to the bank. How much the bank will ask from you after 3 years, p into 1 this much. In simple interest, this is p into 1 plus r by 100 into 3. So 3r by 100, r is 20, 20 by 100 is 1 by 5. So p into 1 plus 3 by 5, p into 8 by 5. So 18,000 into 8 by 5. 5 into 360, 360 into 8. So this comes out to be rupees 28,800. Means the loan which you took 18,000, you need to pay 28,800 after 3 years. The bank expects you to pay this much at simple interest. So this is the thought process. The thought process should be like this. You will think that the bank will expect this much amount from you in 3 years. The bank expects this. That is, this is the value of this money is after 3 years will be this one, 28,800. This is what bank will take from you. So total debt to be paid to bank in 3 years is 28,800. So what will you pay? What most students do, they divide it by 3. 28,000 by 800 by 3. This will come out to be 9,600. And students say, yes, 9,600 will be the installment to be paid per year. No, it's not like that. You do not do like that. Because why? Because the installment which you pay in first year will generate some interest in next 2 years. Installment which you pay in the second year will generate some interest in next 1 year. So that amount also needs to be calculated. No, why? Because you're paying to the bank will think it for as of 3 years. So the amount which you've paid on first year's installment, the bank will means some amount of interest will be generated on that amount. Let's see what we are talking about. See, end of year, this is 1 2 3. After 1 year you pay x as your interest amount. After 2 years again you pay x as your, sorry, interest, not installment. After 1 year you pay x as your installment. After 2 years again you pay your equal installment of x. After 3 years again you pay equal installment of x. Now what? This x which you have paid in the first year will generate interest for how many years? For 2 years. This first 1 year, 2 year. So this x will generate interest for 2 years. This x which you have paid in the second year will generate interest for 1 year. This x which you have paid at the end of third year will not generate any interest because it there's no time period. No, it has not been kept for some time also. So this interest period will be 0. So x. So how much interest amount bank is charging? 20%. So it will also give 20% to it also, no? So 20% means 1 by 5. So for 2 years it will be 2 by 5, 2 by 5x. This much interest amount will be generated on the installment which you have paid on the first year, after the first end of first year. Then this installment, the interest generated will be 1 by 5 into x because the interest period is 1 year. On this installment, the bank will give you no interest. So you have paid 3x, but the bank will count it as this much after 3 years. X plus 2x by 5 because the amount plus this interest, x plus x by 5, this is x. Why is this happening like this? See, the bank means this is known as, actually in terms, this is known as the future value of this money. This an amount of 1 lakh before 10 years. You paid an amount 1 lakh before 10 years is not the same 1 lakh which you will pay now today, because the amount which you paid at 10 years before and the amount which you pay now as 1 lakh, both cannot be taken as same, because that 1 lakh which you have paid 10 years before, that must have generated some interest. So you have to think like this x which you paid, this has generated an interest on the same 20% per annum simple interest. Interest period is 2 years, so it will now be x plus 2x by 5, x plus x by 5. This is x. So this is the amount which bank now calculates, though you have paid 3x, but the bank regards it as this much amount. So this amount which you have paid was the total debt that the bank expected from you to pay. So you need to equate these two. Okay, so total amount given to bank in 3 years is installments which you have given plus the interest which these installments have generated. These installments have generated this much interest. So this is 3x installments we have given. This has generated 2x plus 5 plus x by 5, 3x by 5. So total you have given 3x, but its value now after 3 years will be 18x by 5. As per question, this 28,800 will be equal to 18x by 5. So from this, your x comes out to be rupees 8,000. So this is, you are paying 8,000 rupees as installment and you are repaying your loan of this much. So basically how much you are paying? You are paying 24,000 to repay, to discharge a debt of how much? This 28,800, because these 8,000s will generate some interest. So you took a loan of basically 18,000, you are repaying 24,000, and this value the bank is collecting is, which the total debt is 28,800. So total installment, see, this is 24,000. So what is the flow? What is happening? What actually happened? Let's put this 8,000 into as value and let's see what actually happened. See, total debt to bank you paid was 28,800. Loan amount was 18,000. The bank was expecting 28,800 from you. Now you paid 8,000 on the first year. This 8,000 generated 2 by 5, 20%, 1 by 5, so 2 years 2 by 5. This 8,000 generated an interest of 3,200. Now this 8,000 which you paid in the first year will be regarded as 11,200 after 2, means at the end of third year this will be regarded as 11,200. This cannot be counted as 8,000 because this 8,000 has generated some interest. Similarly, this 8,000 has generated an interest of 1 by 5, that is 1,600. So this 8,000 will, after 3 years, will be regarded as 99,600, and this 8,000 is 8,000. Because there has been no interest. So you add all these three things, you see 28,800. This is the same which the total debt bank was expecting by applying simple interest on this 18,000. So this picture, what is happening, this should be clear in your mind. Once this is clear, you will understand this topic very deeply. Okay, so this is what happened. Though you pay rupees 24,000, but adding interest to the installments, it becomes 28,800. So total debt to bank equals installments plus the interest generated on these installments. So your loan was 18,000. This was the loan amount 18,000. This was the 10,800. This is a simple interest on loan amount. Simple interest, that is P into 1 plus RT by 100. Okay, so this is simple. This was generated 10,800. You paid an installment of 24,000. These installments generated an interest of 4,800. Ultimately, both are same. So this is the concept behind interest. This, when the you apply the formula of simple interest, this becomes installments under simple interest. When you apply these formulas for calculating interest amount under compound interest, this becomes installments under compound interest. There is no difference, concept is same, but while calculating this interest amount and this debt amount, we have applied simple interest formula. In case of compound interest, we will apply compound interest formula. So let's try to generalize this. We have done for 3 years. Let's see what if the n installments, in case n installments, if there are the number of installments is n. So this generalized form. So let us assume that the loan amount which you take at the beginning is P. R is rate percent per annum. Number of installments which you in which you repay the loan amount is n. This is, we are taking it annually. See, this can also be monthly. The EMI we can also be monthly. In that case, the rate will become, this is given per annum. You need to take the rate as per month. That means you need to divide the rate by 12. So if we are calculating for simple interest, total debt under SI after n years will be P into 1 plus NR by 100. This is the amount which the bank expects from you after n years. This amount will be equal to installment plus the interest generated on the installment. So this is what, how we were thinking. End of year, after 1 year, 2 year, 3 year, n minus 1 year, n year. So the installment which you keep at give after 1 year, this installment after 2 year, this after 3 year, this after n minus 1th year, and this after the nth year. Now after n years, this x, for how much time this has, for how many years this x has given generated interest, for n minus 1 year. So interest period, that is the interest on x, this x will be given for n minus 1 years. The interest on this x will be calculated for n minus 2 years. the interest on this x for n minus 3, the interest on this x for 1 year, and the interest on the last x will be 0th year, because all these things we are calculating after n years, but that is at the end of n years. So interest amount simple, x on x, the rate will be x into r by 100. R by 100 into x is the interest on 1 year. So on n minus 1, this will be r by 100 into x into n minus 1. This will generate r by 100 into x into n minus 2. This will generate r by 100 into x into n minus 3. This will be r by 100 into x into 1, because interest period is 1 year, and last one will 0. So this is your total debt. This one is, means r by 100 into x you can take common. This comes out to be 1 plus 2 plus 3 plus dot 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 n minus 3 plus n minus 2 plus n minus 1. This is coming out to be a sum of an AP, that is arithmetic progression. Okay, so this is interest amount. And what is the installment you have paid? For n years you have paid x, so n into x will be the installment, plus interest on installment is this will be equal to the total debt that the bank expects from you. Simply you equate them and you get what you wanted, generalized formula. So total amount paid is installments plus interest on installments. This is the total amount, how much you pay. You have given n into x as the installments, plus how much is the interest generated. You take x into r by 100 common from this. So 1 plus 2 plus 3 plus dot 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 plus n minus 1. Sum of n terms is n into n plus 1 by 2. So n minus 1 into n minus 1 plus 1 means n by 2. So x into r by 100 plus nx. This is the total amount which you have given, or this much you have given, and this is the amount which they have generated as interest. This will be equal to this one, p into 1 plus nr by 100. Equating this comes out to be this. See, basically you don't need to, means long years will not be given to you in question. Generally they will be given for 2 years, 3 years, 4 years, that you can simply draw you don't even need to draw this. Once you are thorough, you can directly write this equation. Once you're thorough, you will be able to visualize this equation. So basically you don't need put for 7 10 or something like this. It will be 1 2 3 4 5 only. Okay, so keep your concepts clear. This thing we have calculated in terms of simple interest, these things we have calculated in terms of simple interest. So this is installment under SI. If the same things we had calculated under compound interest, the value and this concept would have been on installments under CI. Okay, so let's solve one more problem on this installment under SI. This is a question: what annual installments will discharge a debt of rupees 28,000 due in 5 years at 20% per annum SI? Also find the initial loan amount. So this should have been 28,000. Okay, so what annual, it's written to 2,80,000, but it should have been 28,000. So what annual installments will discharge a debt of rupees 28,000 due in 5 years at 20% per annum simple interest? Also find the initial loan amount. So you've been given, means what discharge a debt of 28,000 means the total debt to the bank after 5 years. The total debt to the bank after 5 years is 28,000, and it is given 20% per annum, and it is under simple interest, and you need to find the initial loan amount. So discharge a debt of this much means this is not the loan amount. The loan amount is something else. This is the total debt to the bank after 5 years. Okay, that also we know, that means this is p into 1 plus nr by 100. That not an issue. Total debt in 5 years is rupees 28,000. R is 20%, that means 1 by 5. So this we know, this we have drawn already. This x first will generate interest period will be 4, second will be 3. This one will generate for 2 years, this one will for 1 year, this 0 year. So basically for interest amount, if you take x by 5 to be common, this will be 1 plus 2 plus 3 plus 4, and this given is to be 5x. So total interest paid, amount paid by you is 5x plus this one. So this is basically 5x plus x by 5 into 1 plus 2 plus 3 plus 4, and this is what is the total debt, that is 28,000. So this is the total debt of 28,000. So 5x plus x by 5 into 10. Once again, this is 28,000, not 2,80,000. Okay, so 5x plus x by 5 into 1 plus 2 plus 3 plus 4 is 10. See, you will not draw this one. When you are thorough with this, you will directly write. You have given 5x installments. Rate is 20%, so x by 5, and you know till it will go till, if it is 5, it will go till 4. So 1 plus 2 plus 3 plus 4. This will be 5x plus x by 5 into 10. So 5x plus 2x. 2x is the interest amount. 5x is what you have paid. Total you have paid is 7x. So 7x will be equal to 28,000 rupees. That is the debt of 28,000. So x will be 4,000 installments. So the value of the installment is 4,000 rupees. You pay 4,000 as installment for 5 years. That means you pay 20,000 and you discharge a debt of rupees 28,000. See, another method to solve this problem can also be like this. You can take this to x to be 100. So if this x is taken as 100, this will be easy. On 100, this 4 by 5 means 80%. So 80% of 100 is 80 rupees. This will be 60%. 60% of 100 is 60 rupees. 80 plus 60 plus 40 plus 20, this will be 200 rupees, this will be 500 rupees. So 500 plus 200, 700 units will be equal to 28,000. 1 unit will be equal to 4,000. That is also another thing. You do not need to take x as variables. You can solve in that way also. This will make your this calculations easier. Okay, so basically for the loan amount, what you do, this would have been, if the loan amount would have been p, this would have been p into 1 plus 5 r by 100. That would have been equal to this, the discharge the debt 28,000. So 1 plus 5 r by 100, r is 20, 20 by 100 is 1 by 5. So p into 1 plus 5 by 5, 5 by 5 is 1. So 2p, 2p is 28,000, p is 14,000. So 14,000 was the initial loan. After 5 years it becomes 28,000, and you pay an installment of 4,000 per month. So this is the flow chart. 14,000 was the initial loan amount. On this simple interest, the bank charged at 20% per annum for 5 years. 20% into 5 is 100%. So both are same. 14,000, 14,000 is this is your total, the bank expects, or the total debt. You pay 20,000 as installment, 4,000, 4,000, 4,000. This generates an interest of 8,000. So ultimately you pay 28,000. Okay, so this flow should be clear to you, and rest everything is same, and you just need to write this formula, calculate to total debt, you find the installment. You know installment, you there will be either there will be the principal, or either there will be the total debt that will be asked, that this is discharge a debt. Rate will be given, this is here it is given per annum. There can be questions of equal monthly installments. You just need to divide this rate 20 by 12, you get the rate per month, and use that in this case. Variations can be there, but if concept is clear, you will not fall a prey to these variations. Okay, now let's understand what is these equal installments under compound interest. No problem, same concept, only the formula for calculating the interest will be under what we have learned in compound interest. Same, loan amount is P, rate is R% per annum, number of installments is N annually. Total debt under CI compounded after n years will be P into 1 plus R by 100 to the power N. In simple interest, we were taking this to be P into 1 plus NR by 100. In this case, because it is compound interest, we are taking this to be P into 1 plus R by 100 to the power N. So this will can also be taken as PR to the power n, because R which we take generally the multiplying factor, that is R is 1 plus R by 100. So P into capital R to the power n. So this is the total debt after n years. So similarly we will keep x for each year, calculate their interest and equate it. So 1 2 dot 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 n minus 1 dot n, this x end of year, x, this x will be kept, will generate interest for n minus 1 years. This installment will generate interest for n minus 2 years. This installment will generate, that last n minus 1 will generate for 1 year, and the last installment will not generate any interest. So something generating interest for n minus 1 years under CI, the value is x into R to the power n minus 1. R means 1 plus small r by 100, 1 plus rate percent by 100. So x into R to the power n minus 1. This, the value of this after n minus 2 years will be x into R to the power n minus 2. And remember, this is the amount. This is in compound interest. The thing is that compound interest, we have the formula of amount. In simple interest, we're calculating the interest only, xr by 100. But in compound interest, this is the formula of amount. So don't add installments again to this. Okay, this is the amount, that is after adding installments plus interest. This is installment plus interest, principal plus interest. That is the formula of compound interest. Na? So x, the value of this x will become x to the into r to the power n minus 1, this x into r to the power n minus 2, this x into r to the power 1, this x into r to the power 0, r to the power 0 is 1, so x. So x, this is the amount, will be the sum of this x plus x into r to the power 1 plus x. This is the amount. Always do not confuse with the previous one. We are calculating interest, x r by 100. We have a formula for interest, but in compound interest it's easier to get the formula for amount. So when we can directly get amount, why to calculate the interest? Because we need the total amount. Now this total amount will be equated to this what the bank expects from you, total debt. So you just add this and equate it to this, you get the generalized formula. Total debt is total amount equal to installments plus interest on installments. So PR to the power n, this PR to the power n is equal to x plus x into r to the power 1 plus x into r square plus x into r cube plus dot dot dot. It will go till x into r to the power n minus 1. Now there are two types, either you calculate the installment or you can calculate the principal. So this r to the power n, if it goes to the denominator, uh, sorry, from this if you calculate x, you take x to be common. So x equals p into r to the power n by 1 plus r square plus dot 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 r minus r to the power n minus 1. It's handy you remember this formula because it generally 2 or 3 years. So p r cube by 1 plus r square. Just remember, if it is n, the denominator will be till n minus 1. Similarly for p, you take this r to the power n to the denominator in this RHS, the right hand side. So it will be p equal to x by r plus x by r square plus dot dot x by r to the power n. It will go till like this. So if concept is clear, just learn this, just visualize or learn this formula. It will be easy to solve these problems. Again, same thing what we have done in SI, same thing in compound interest, just the formula for calculating the interest or the amount is different, but concept is same. So let's solve one more question with this concept of equal installment under compound interest. So laptop is available for rupees 50,000 cash or rupees 10,000 cash down payment followed by 3 equal monthly installments. See, here we have taken the concept of monthly installments because we have not solved EMI. So cash down payment followed by 3 equal monthly installments at 12% per annum CI. So this is 12% per annum. For monthly, you need to bring it down to per month. Compounded monthly. So find the value of each EMI. You need to find the value of this each equal monthly installments. So it's pretty easy, means 50,000 cash or 10,000 cash down payment. If you give, what is your loan amount? Loan amount is 50,000 minus 10,000, that is 40,000 is your loan amount. You find out what is the value after 3 years, PR to the power n, and similarly going by the formula. So down payment is rupees 10,000, principal is rupees 40,000, and at 12 this conversion is very important. Most students take this to be 12% and do for EMI for equal monthly installments also they do the same. This is given 12% per annum, you need to convert it to 1% per month divided by 12. So your multiplying factor will be r equals 1 plus r by 100, that is 1.01. So EMI is very simple. We just learned that x will be p into r cube by 1 plus r square. That is 40,000. That is the principal amount into 1.01 cube by 1 plus 1.01 plus 1.01 square. This will give you an amount of 13,601. So you pay 3 equal installments of 13,601 to repay the loan amount of 40,000, so that you equate their future values. Okay, so I hope this is very this much thing is more than enough for you to solve questions on installment. And CAT, GMAT, XAT, or any other this competitive examinations do not ask outside of these things. These they will vary this and that. So just have the concept clear, try to solve it faster. If you think that you can solve, take that to be 100 in case of x in simple interest or this, that also you can do. There will not be an issue to solve faster. And next topic, let's see this assured returns. This is also an important, this not means you just not one should know the concept. If you know the concept, this is very very easy, just ABCD. So Johnson has 7 lakhs rupees to invest in two stocks, A and B. Two stocks are there, A and B. Johnson has total 7 lakhs to invest. So if a bill is passed, A will give 30% profit and B will give 20% loss. Whereas if the bill is not passed, A will give 10% loss and B will give 10% profit. So either the bill will be passed or the bill will not be passed. So find the amount Johnson should invest in both the stocks to get assured return. Also find the return percentage. What do you mean by assured return? Assured return means whether the bill will be passed or not passed. In both the case, the return will be same. Basically, the return should be a profit. The return should be a profit. There may be cases the return is not a profit, but the return should be a profit. So in what should you do, that the return percentage is same, means in both the case, well, bill will be passed or not, you will get the same return. How much should you invest in A and B? What will be the ratio? Okay, so you just need to equate the return in both the cases. This is the stocks A and B. Amount, suppose you keep X amount in A, Y amount in B. So if the bill is passed, this will give you a plus 30% return. If the bill is not passed, if the bill is passed, sorry, this B will give you a loss of 20%. This will give you a profit of 30%. If the bill is not passed, this stock will give you a loss of 10% and this stock will give you profit of 10%. So in both the cases, your return should be same. So you just equate them, just equate for assured return in both cases are the same. So in this case 30% of x minus 20% of y, in this case loss minus 10% of x plus 10% of y. So 30 plus 10 is 40% of x is 30% of y. So x by y should be 3 by 4. If the amount is invested in this ratio, the return percentage will be, the return will be same. Total amount is 7 lakhs. 3 by 4 ratio means you should the Johnson should invest 3 lakhs in stock A and 4 lakhs in stock B to get assured return. What will be the return percentage? Just put this value of 3 and 4 in this. You get the return percentage, and return amount by total by 7 lakhs. So this is 30% means point 3 of 3 lakhs minus 20%. You can put in either of the equations. In both the case, the value will be same. Minus zero point 0.2 into 4. This is zero point 0.3 into 3 is zero point 0.9 minus zero point 0.8. This is 0.1 by 7. 0.1 into 100 means 10. 10 by 7 percentage. So whether the bill is passed or not passed, Johnson will get a return of 10 by 7 percentage on this 7 lakhs rupees. This is the concept. Now there can be any type of variation you will be able to solve. So this is what it is. In the next module, we'll be learning about ratio, proportion, and variation. Till then, goodbye. Take care.